Legal experts right now are not just sounding the alarm bells about the 16 pro-Trump lawyers who filed some form of election challenge after the 2020 election. They're not just sounding the alarm bells, they're actively trying to get these individuals disbarred for filing their knowingly fictitious and frivolous lawsuits to basically undo a democratic election here in the United States. As I mentioned, there's at least 16 lawyers that we know of that filed lawsuits like this. Of course, some of those people, Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell, Jenna Ellis, a couple other names here. Julie Haller is one of them, Stephanie Yuntia. You have a lot. And so far, the only two that have actually been disciplined are Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell. Giuliani has lost his law license in the state of New York and in Washington, D.C. Sidney Powell is currently fighting to keep her license in the state of Texas, but that's not going very well for her, and she is likely to lose it. So that's 2 out of 16. What about the other 14? Well, like I said, you have legal experts, you have lawyers that are out there trying to get these people disbarred. And it's not because they just hate Donald Trump so much. It's because, as one lawyer put it, well, let me just read it. These lawyers have to be stopped from practicing law. It's that simple. They disregarded their oath, they told lies to the court, and they spread the big lie. Telling lies in court. See, that's not something that you're allowed to do. Filing a lawsuit that you know is frivolous and fictitious, also not something that is allowed under the law here in the United States. Which, of course, is why Sidney Powell, Rudy Giuliani, Lin Wood up in Michigan, got in trouble there. Because the judge said, everybody knows this is not real. This is fake. This is false. And the judge in Michigan actually ordered Sidney Powell and Lin Wood to take a course in law so that they could understand this. I'm fairly certain Lin Wood got that punishment. Lin Wood, of course, tried to distance himself from Sidney Powell, saying she illegally put my name on the lawsuit. That whole thing kind of disappeared, that story, but I think that's a big one, because if Lin Wood is telling the truth here, then, Sidney Powell could be looking at very serious legal problems. But the big problem, of course, is that these lawyers are still out there. They're still practicing law. Hell, some of them are trying to become famous by representing some of the January 6th defendants. They want money, they want fame, they want power. But most importantly, they attempted to undo an election here in the United States based on faulty information, and they abused our legal system to do it. Each and every one of them does, in fact, deserve to be disbarred. Because if they're left to practice law, we will likely, according to these legal experts, see far more of this in the future. And that future, by the way, is coming up around the corner in November. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.